We all knew her as a First Lady, but Betty Ford's legacy is so much more than that. She brought her private struggle with breast cancer to the forefront, and she shined a national spotlight on that disease. For more on how Mrs. Ford is leaving a lasting impact here in West Michigan, I'm joined this morning by Elaine Bower, the Program Administrator at Spectrum Health Breast Care Services, and thank you for joining us this morning.
It's a pleasure to be here, Emily.
You know, it's true. You see that picture of her that's so well known now in the hospital bed with breast cancer, and it was really something that people didn't talk about. And she shined a spotlight on it. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. I think it's something that we really take for granted today because people are so open, and we have so many wonderful community organizations who do fundraising, you know, for breast cancer purposes. And but at that time, it was not talked about. There was almost a collective denial among women, actually. So it was not an accepted thing to speak about openly. And of course, she was diagnosed with breast cancer shortly after her husband went to the White House. So that must have been a tremendously difficult time for her. And she was able to bring attention to the issue. She did a great deal to encourage early detection, education, and I believe contributed to saving lives over the years.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. And all these years later, we're making huge strides on this disease here in West Michigan.
That's right, exactly. In fact, we were invited to attend the ceremony to greet the family last night at the museum, and we had the first Betty Ford Breast Care Center manager present, and myself. And it was very interesting. It struck me that while we were sitting there, we were installing the latest technology at Betty Ford Breast Care Services, which is tomosynthesis, and will be available to the general public, and will be one of the very first in the country to offer that. So it was very striking to see how far we've come in that time.
At that very moment, yesterday.
Yes.
Huh? Wow, incredible.
Yeah.
Elaine Bower, thank you for speaking with us this morning and joining us.
You're very welcome.